Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. I come on frequently to answer questions about immigration that you guys might have while you're learning about immigration, talking about different ways to remain in the U.S., talking about options for people that might not have status here in the U.S. and are considering what they might be eligible for, how they can get a work permit, how can they get a social security number, and ultimately get a green card and live permanently here in the US. That is a huge dream for so many people. And one of the best parts of our job and something that we do day in and day out is help people with this process. We help people achieve their dream of living here in the US with immigration status. We help them to figure out what the process is. We guide you every step of the way. We literally guide you every step of the way in from how to start your case and then all the way up until an interview. And you receive your green card, and many people we help all the way through citizenship as well. So call us. We are immigration attorneys. We help clients all throughout the US with their immigration applications. We help with work-based applications, so employment-based applications. We help with humanitarian cases like VAWA, T visas, U visas. So these are our most common types of humanitarian applications. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney based in Washington, D.C. Our clients are all over the United States. Some are even outside the United States. We help people from all different parts of the world. I'd be happy to touch base with you on your eligibility, to talk to you about what you might be eligible for, to answer some questions you might have about immigration. If you would like to schedule a confidential consultation with me, you can do that by calling our office at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also go online and schedule a consultation directly yourself on our website, agarwalimmigration.com. Or you can go on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration is the handle. You can schedule a consultation directly there as well. So you will see my calendar and you can choose the time that works best for you. If you prefer to call our office, you can do that. My assistant Sophia is ready to take your call and help you book your consultation. You can reach her at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. The consultation fee, hi Moya, the consultation fee is $150. We schedule 30 minutes. However, we don't necessarily cut off that time unless we have another call immediately after. However, if you have questions that come up, if we don't get to everything, we always reschedule or answer questions by email. So the consultation is 30 minutes. It's with me. I'm an attorney. I'm an immigration attorney, and we only practice U.S. immigration law. So we help people come to the country. We help people gain legal status in the country. We do not do anything outside of U.S. immigration law. So we'd love to help you with that. But within immigration, we do all types of cases. We do employment cases. We do humanitarian cases like VAWA, T visas, and U visas for victims of crime, victims of trafficking, victims of abuse that are looking for green cards or that are eligible for green cards. So we handle many different types of cases and, of course, family cases as well. So if you would like to be notified when I go live, make sure you like us and follow us on our social media pages. I would love to meet with you for a confidential consultation as well. And you can schedule right now by calling the office, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Or by going online right now. If you don't feel like talking to someone, you can always go online, schedule your consultation on our website, agarwalimmigration.com, or our Facebook page, Agarwal Immigration is the handle. If you want to chat and be notified when I'm on again, feel free to like us and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're excited. We're excited for that for you to follow us and join us. Again, we come on here quite frequently, so at least you'll be notified. And then, of course, share this post with others that you think might benefit from joining us, right? So share this with others that you think will benefit from this immigration conversation. Okay? Great. So I know a lot of folks here are asking questions about VAWA. Hello, guys. Say hi if you are joining me for the first time. Let me know if you have questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you while I'm chatting here. But let me know where you're from. Say hello if you're joining me for the first time. As you know, I'm sitting here in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. We work with all types of immigration applications, and this is a great forum. If you have some question, some general immigration question, put it in here. Of course, we can't talk specifically about your case. I don't know anything about your immigration history. If you want to talk about your case, your eligibility, specific questions related to you, schedule a consultation with us, and you can do that by calling 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. I'm going to start off with my question of the day. What is the time frame of a VAWA application? So how long does it take? Does a VAWA application take? So how long does a VAWA application take? So this is a really good question. So most of our clients apply for a VAWA and a green card. So they're usually eligible for VAWA and a green card. We apply for that at the same exact time. Once we file the application, within 2 or 3 months, we get a pre-approval or a prima facie determination, which basically means that on its face, your case looks approvable, and immigration is going to run some more background checks and things like that to make sure they can approve your VAWA. About 5 months after you apply, you will get a fingerprinting appointment, and a month after that, so within 6 to 8 months from applying, you will have work authorization, social security number, and travel authorization. So that is if you're filing for VAWA and adjustment of status. So 1 year after getting your work authorization and travel and social security, you can expect to see a VAWA approval. And a year after that, so about 2 to 2.5 years after you apply, you can expect to see the green card interview and green card approval. So that is the VAWA timeline. I hope that is helpful to you guys. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. I would love to schedule a consultation for you on VAWA, and you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. And you can also schedule your consultation right now on our Facebook page or on our website, which is Agarwal Immigration. Okay? Mohit is saying, I got my I-360 fingerprints and 484, so I'm assuming 485 you mean. I-360 and adjustment of status, fingerprints completed. I'm waiting for my work permit. I applied in May. Will I get a 5-year work permit and travel document? They are issuing some 5-year work permits and travel documents. We are seeing more on the 2-year front. So just depends, it's unclear, but most of our VAWA applicants are getting a 2-year work permit. Okay? If you have questions, reach out to us. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Meme is saying, good evening. I just wanted to ask if India is eligible for a diversity visa lottery. That's a great question. Is India eligible for a diversity visa lottery? If you don't know what a diversity visa lottery is, essentially the government once a year will let you enter into a lottery, depending, only certain countries are eligible. And if you get selected in the lottery, it's basically a green card lottery. You can apply to adjust status or to Consular process your green card and then enter the US. So India, unfortunately, is not eligible. The only countries that are eligible are those where the US government feels is underrepresented here in the US. So if there are citizens of countries that are not represented fully here in the US, they are eligible for the diversity visa lottery. The full list of countries is available on the USCIS website or the DOS website, the Department of State website. So Google it, see which countries are eligible for for the diversity visa lottery. Unfortunately, India is not. If you would like to talk about ways to apply for a green card, a work permit, travel authorization, even, give us a call. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. USCIS scheduled an interview for an I-130 and 485 before the EAD decision. Is something wrong with the case? And actually, that's really good. You might not even need an EAD if you get your green card approved. So sometimes the green card processing time is a lot faster than is expected. So nothing usually is wrong with the case. If something is wrong, you would have likely heard, you would have received an RFE, you would have received something else, you would have received a notice of intent to deny, right? So the government doesn't just, deny right away like that. They will give you an opportunity to provide the information that maybe they don't have. So give us a call if we can help you with your green card application. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Awesome. I see a lot of folks here that have started following us on social media. So make sure you follow us and like us. And we would love to chat with you about immigration and ways that you might be able to be eligible for a work permit, for travel, and for a social security number. If that is something that you don't have and you have a dream of achieving, we can certainly help you with that. If you don't know me and you're just joining me, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based in Washington, D.C. We help clients from all around the country and all around the world with their immigration applications. If you want to reach out to us for a confidential consultation, you can call our office right now, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Or you can go on our Facebook page or our website, agarwalimmigration.com. But do me a favor, guys, if you know folks that are interested in immigration that aren't here with us right now, share this post with them so they can also be notified when I go live. They can maybe join us next time if they have immigration questions. So share this with folks that you think might want to join us for this immigration conversation or might benefit from the type of things that we talk about here. Okay? Awesome. Someone here on TikTok, we're streaming on multiple platforms, so you might not see some of these questions. So we have YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok right now. On TikTok, we have a user saying a 7-month VAWA applied biometrics done 2 months ago, still no EAD. Yes, so usually the employment authorization document, after you file a VAWA, the employment authorization document takes between 6 and 8 months to get approved and for you to receive it. So don't worry if you haven't received it yet. If you're somewhere within the 6 and 8 month range, you are most likely to receive it. And remember, this is an average, so don't get too concerned if the government wants to deny something, right? They're going to ask you for additional evidence. Most likely they'll ask you for additional evidence. So you can always reapply for work authorization if you're denied, if you didn't check off the right box, for example, or you didn't provide the required passport photos or whatnot, right? So give us a call if we can help you. That's one of the reasons to work with an attorney, is because we've done so many of these applications in the past. We monitor expiration dates. We do it automatically. We apply for renewals automatically. We are really with you every step of the way. So give us a call if you would like to work with us. We'd love to schedule a consultation to get started with you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. How do I invite my parents in India to visit me? I'm on a marriage-based green card. That's awesome. So if you're on a marriage-based green card, great. You can invite your parents to visit you. They just fill out a tourist visa application abroad. You can provide a letter inviting them, and of course, all of the proof that's required to show that they have strong ties back home, which will help them to get that tourist visa approved. They'll be able to come and stay with you for at least 6 months. For 6 months max on a tourist visa if you sponsor them. So many green card holders sponsor their parents for a tourist visa. They come and visit. you're welcome to do that. I'm sure they would love to see you here in the US. Maybe not in the winter, though, as it gets cold. I hope you're somewhere warm if you're bringing your parents. My name, again, is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help clients all throughout the United States with their immigration applications. All right? Awesome. Great. We have a few other questions here. My I-130 application was denied. Is it possible for me to apply for VAWA, right? My I-130 application was denied. Is it possible for me to apply for VAWA? If your I-130 application is denied, that is an application that requires both you and your spouse. When you have an abusive spouse, it is unlikely that they are helping you with that application. If you had an I-130 and adjustment of status interview, sometimes there's a situation where the spouse might be sabotaging that green card process, especially when your spouse is abusive emotionally, psychologically, verbally, right? So it is possible to apply for a VAWA in that situation when you are a victim of abuse, your marriage is real, not just for immigration purposes, your spouse is a US citizen or a green card holder. If all these things are true, then you may qualify for VAWA. So give us a call. This application can be approved even if your I-130 AOS application was initially denied. You can still potentially qualify for VAWA. Many people do. It's a different application. The requirements are different. There is some overlap in the sense that it has to be a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. However, you will not need your spouse to help you with this process, right? You won't need them to sign off. You won't need them to appear at an interview. This is an application that is done only with you. You do not need the cooperation of your spouse. If they're a US citizen or a green card holder, there's abuse in your marriage, even verbal abuse or emotional abuse, you may qualify to apply for VAWA green card on your own. Give us a call. If we can help you, you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Do I have to withdraw my I-130 application before I can apply for VAWA? These are awesome questions, guys. Do I have to withdraw my I-130 petition before I can apply for VAWA? No, you don't have to withdraw your I-130 petition. I-130 is something that's filed by your spouse, which is the beginning of a marriage-based green card application. If you qualify for VAWA, what you're doing is you're filing for a green card based on the abuse in your marriage, based on the mental abuse, the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse that your spouse has inflicted on you. And you file that on your own without the help of your spouse. So no, you do not have to withdraw your I-130. You can file for VAWA and leave that pending. Give us a call if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Or you can schedule a consultation on our Facebook page or on our website, agarwalimmigration.com. Our Facebook page is Agarwal Immigration. We have consultations available for next week. I think we're all kind of done for this week, but next week we have consultations available. If you want to get on my calendar, I would suggest doing that now. We do fill up on Mondays and Wednesdays when we do our consultations. Call our office, 703-348-1663. You can call today. My assistant is available until 6 o'clock to help you schedule your consultation. Okay, you can reach us again, 703-348-1663. Let's see, what other last questions do I have here? Do I have to apply for a waiver on my I-360, right? So do I have to apply for a waiver on my I-360? So when you're asking about I-360, you're most likely talking about VAWA, I think, right? So if you're applying for a VAWA, you don't necessarily need a waiver to qualify for VAWA. You may need a waiver for fraud or something else, right? But to just apply for VAWA, all you need is to have a marriage to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. It's a real marriage. you've lived with your spouse, and there's abuse in the marriage. Those are the only requirements to be able to qualify for VAWA. You don't need any kind of waiver. You don't need to leave the US if you qualify to process your green card right here without having to leave. That's one of the huge benefits of VAWA, because you don't have to risk having to leave the US and not being allowed back in after being out of status for a long period of time. If you would like to work with us on your VAWA application or your green card application, call our office 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. And you can always reach out to us if you have any questions. We schedule a consultation, and we'll go through the different types of applications. We'll go through what's involved. We'll figure out what you're eligible for, and we'll walk you through literally step by step of the whole process. If you'd like to meet with me to talk about your case, I'd be happy to touch base with you on that and walk you through that. So you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Vijay is saying, hi, Vijay, how are you? He's saying, apart from my spouse is in another country, right? My spouse is in another country. Apart from the I-130, do I have to fill out any other forms? It is a little bit of a complicated process when your spouse is not here in the US and you want them here as soon as possible. So the first part of it is this I-130 petition, where you're showing your status and the fact that you have a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. Once that's approved, the case goes over to what's called a National Visa Center. At that point, you can fill out that you will receive a case number, an invoice ID, additional fees will need to be paid, affidavit of support documents will need to be uploaded, and information needs to be submitted on your spouse as well as on your income and your finances. You'll have to submit all sorts of documents. It can take a really long time for that process because that site is not the most user-friendly, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Once that's approved, the case will get transferred over to the embassy. Your spouse will appear for a medical exam and biometrics, and an interview will be scheduled. Your spouse will have to bring documents and appear for an interview in order to receive a green card, and then they will enter in a status that is equivalent to a green card holder. They'll be able to work and travel immediately after they enter. So it's a little bit of a complicated process. I would be happy to talk with you, Vijay, at a consultation. If you'd like to call our office, you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Many issues, some folks ask, I don't have the income necessary to qualify to sponsor someone for a green card. That's okay. Sometimes you can use a joint sponsor. Sometimes you can use the income of the intending immigrant as well. It is not easy to figure out on your own. If you want help, if you are frustrated or scared that you might do it wrong, you may end up wasting a lot of money or adding a lot of time to your application process. Working with an attorney is an investment. It's an investment in making sure that things are done in a way that is efficient, in a way that is strong, and that covers all of the requirements of the regulations. I'd be happy to talk with you about your immigration cases. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, friends, I've got to hop off for the evening. It was lovely to see so many of you on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It's wonderful to chat with you about your immigration questions. I hope you learned something today. If you'd like to join me again next time, feel free to follow us and like us on our social media platforms. We're Agarwal Immigration everywhere. And you can also reach out to us through a consultation. We can schedule a consultation on our website, agarwalimmigration.com, or on our Facebook page, Agarwal Immigration. And of course, as always, share this post with others if you think they might benefit from this conversation. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you so much. And I look forward to meeting some of you for a consultation. Thanks. Have a great evening. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.